Now, this course, many of you got into chemistry because you liked the periodic table or you liked molecules, ions, and so on, and that's great. You liked organic because you're dealing with all the reactions and everything. And then you get to PChem and you're like, where are the chemicals? We're dealing with electrons and waves and light. And so it's much less chemical in the sense that you're dealing with reactions and so on. We're not dealing with so many of those reactions. So that's another mindset. And so I really want you to try to focus on the newness of this material and generate some curiosity in it. So what do you think this quote by Da Vinci is saying? That's Da Vinci, by the way.
A few moments later.
I can't say that you have to love PChem. I would love it if you did. Right, but you've got to find something about the material that is interesting to you. Okay, some of you like math. Well, good. You're going to get into some math on this one. Some of you hate math, so maybe that's not the thing that interests you. But what is the math telling you? The math is applied in this class. I didn't like calculus either. When I took calculus, it was like going to an auto repair shop and then pulling out a torque wrench and saying, this is a torque wrench. They use it to torque bolts, and then they set it back in the tray. And they said, and this is a spanner wrench. You do this and it opens up and it can open rings and get them off of this thing, and then you put it back in the drawer. You learned about all the tools, but you never really used them in a practical application. And that was, when I got out and then I got into PChem, I was like, oh, wow, the calculus can actually do something for me. I was actually applying the calculus to something I really liked was chemistry. And so hopefully that will be your experience, or maybe you just love the math. So whatever you find that's interesting to you, lean into that, because that will help you remember the material. Okay. If you're here for a grade or to get your degree, those are long-term goals. That won't help you remember the material. Think about going to a movie that you like, whatever, if you like Marvel movies like I do. You go in, you come out, and you and your friends are quoting almost whole paragraphs of text from the show, from the dialogue. And you never read a word of it. You never studied any of it, but you can remember it because you liked it. Okay, emotion is the save button. Okay, and positive emotion is a really strong save button. So if you can find something that you like about the material, it'll stick a lot better.